messing around with my service right now. I was trying to upgrade my SIM card, and it seems like it doesn't want to let me. I just talked to a tech support the other day. They sent me a new SIM card, and now it's saying that it won't let me change the SIM card. I think that's funny. Now, normally I don't have this good a service. LTE, I normally never have this good a service. I believe that whatever Stingray device or whatever the fuck they're using, they kind of have to disengage it while I'm talking to my carrier's tech support here through text message. Because normally it drops down to 1 bar of service. So, they make sure I get 1 bar of service normally. But whenever I need the phone to work, it goes up to three or 4 bars here. And I think that's funny. So let's try this here. Show you something here. And if I do okay, this is the secret menu, okay? Now, bandwidth is 5 megahertz. Okay, you see the bandwidth there? 5 megahertz. Now, I have watched this. I have recordings of this, and I can show this. Of this switching from 5 megahertz to 10 megahertz. And then the service goes down whenever the bandwidth is 10 megahertz. Don't ask me why it does it. It shouldn't be doing it. And it's not doing it now. I don't know why it's not doing it now. I guess because I'm recording. So since I'm recording, it's not doing it now. But I could show you videos of this, unless they deleted them. I'll have to look and see here. I have videos of this, recorded this, where it goes from 5 to 10 megahertz. Let me look here. Screen recordings. Okay, so if I go back here, it wasn't that long ago I just did this. Let's see here. Let's try this one. April 1st. What, it's not going to let me watch my videos now? For real, for real? Let's see, there has to be one here where... See this one here.
In regards to Ben?
No, that's not it. That's not it. It's not going to let me watch these. See, I'm connected to the fucking internet and I have good service. I don't want to connect to my Wi-Fi router. Here we go. Here's one. There, you see right there.
So this is the...
Listen.
The field data, or the field mode, or whatever, for my cellular device. So this is the cell serving info. And you watch... I watched the service fluctuate. LTE goes from like full bars to 1 bar, back and forth. Trying to figure out why it's not going in between. It's just going, either I have good service, 4 bars, or I have 1 bar and like no service. I mean, is it because is the cell phone tower moving around, or is it? No, but you get what just saying that makes you realize that it seems the cell phone tower is moving around, almost like somebody is spoofing the cell phone tower in order to intercept, the data, or intercept the activity of anybody's cellular device. Wouldn't it be something if like they had a device that could like pretend it was the cell phone tower, so that my phone just like routed all the traffic through that, and then it sends it to the cell phone tower, but it just goes, through that device first. Wouldn't it be cool if they like had something like that? Yeah, imagine if they did, what they could do with it, right? But would they tell people? They'd tell us, right? The government would tell us. I mean, they don't keep secrets. They would tell us if they had something like that, right? If they were sitting there looking at what you're doing illegally, surveilling you, and watching your every fucking move. But no, they wouldn't. They wouldn't do no wrong, right? She hit my largest. She comes in, goes right to snooping for my. Anyway, yeah. So now, when I did this before I hit record, the service was fluctuating back and forth. Full bars to 1 bar, full bars to 1 bar. But I noticed here since I've been screen recording, it has not changed. It's funny. So how do I get from, why was it fluctuating before, but now it's not? Turn this shit off. Try that. Now it's on airplane mode, see? There, disable airplane mode. Okay. So, why does it turn on the Bluetooth automatically? Shut that shit off. There, I see I got full service right now. And it's 5 megahertz instead of 10. It was just at 10 megahertz. So see, I wouldn't mind this. This would be good service, right? So I can clearly have good service. Why does it drop back down? Boom. See that? Back down to 1. Almost like there's, like I said, like some device. If I had a device like that, I think I'd call it something, catchy. Like something that is just there, and you don't realize it's there, but it can be the death of you. Like Stingray, right? That didn't sound as good as it. I just came up. It's retarded. Obviously, people know about stingrays, MZ catchers, whatever you want to call it. It uses the man-in-the-middle attack. Police officers, police, and law enforcement agencies, government use. They all use these fucking stingray devices. By now, they can all get them. Used to be they couldn't afford them. I mean, you're looking at like $50,000 to $100,000 for a device when these things came out, and so they were put in place by the bigger cities and shit like that, by law enforcement, in order to basically illegally spy on whoever they want. So the problem with it is it doesn't just grab my device info, it's grabbing everybody's device info within the radius of that device, that stingray. So what's it doing with the leftover data, the extra data? It's grabbing your data too. So whatever you're doing on your phone, they know about it. And you're not going to hear about it. They're not going to do anything about if you do anything wrong on your, and they can see it. They're not going to come after you because that would be telling on themselves. They can't, they can't spill the beans that they're doing this, so they have to be very careful with what information that they get from the illegal use of the stingray. And when they move forward on some information they get from that, they have to be very careful and very, very meticulous in their planning, so that they have to create a situation where they obtained the information leading to their investigation or whatever through a legal means, a legal basis. They're not going to mention anything about a stingray at that point. They just get it to know what's going on, basically cheating. They're just cheating. and they're breaking the law as well. That's a criminal act as well. The illegal surveillance of of an innocent civilian. So when they break the law just to look for crimes, just to look around, like, come on. Everybody does things or has done things that could be construed as breaking the law at some point or another. So, yeah. If you're not familiar with the Stingray and what it does and why they have them, and then do a little more research. Kind of. But yeah, anyway, get yourself. Sorry, I'm watching this. But yeah, just. Okay, so then. See, like I said, it was at 5 megahertz, and then it switches back up to 10 megahertz. What the fuck? What gives? Now, if I go ahead and hit, here, let's do this here. Turn airplane mode off and back on. See, there, it loads back up. 5 megahertz, full service, LTE. And watch as it just drops right back down. It'll go to 10 megahertz and it'll drop back down. So it's changing the bandwidth here. Boom, 10 megahertz. And let's see here. Boom, boom, boom. There it goes. Game over, and there. The MZ's got you again, So when you put airplane mode on, you're slipping out from the grasp of the Stingray, okay? And you reset your shit, and it immediately jumps on the cell phone tower that gives you good service. But then, because it'd be hard to do the Stingray device and completely block out the actual network from time to time. When your device first calls out to the tower and says, "Hey, I'm a phone. Here I am, looking for towers," saying I'm a tower. They're going to go with the stronger signal first. The strongest signal takes precedence. Is going to be the first one detected and by default. So the fact that they sit there and make fun of her is bullshit. Don't know about this, you need to go get educated. Educate yourself on IMSI catchers, Stingray devices, okay? How it works, what they use it for, and go ahead and look into how widespread the use of it is now, and what the courts have to say about the use of, the court system has to say about the use of these Stingrays. They passed legislation on it in 2017, something like that. So what's that tell you? Here's the cops, doing something that they have.
I don't know if you caught that or not. I'm sitting here trying to listen to this. I haven't watched this video back, but I'm just trying to listen to it, and I noticed as I'm every so often, I can hear myself, and I'm like falling asleep as I'm trying to make the video. And this is something that they do to me all the time. I don't know how, but I'll be wide awake, very focused on something that I'm trying to do, and when it has to do with this type of issue or this subject and exposing it, I just all of a sudden start passing out, falling asleep. And it's only when I'm doing something associated with that. So, and it took them a good 5 minutes of me talking about this and doing a video before I started falling asleep the first time. So, obviously it's not that direct, but it has an effect. Obviously, they can affect you with the frequencies, obviously. It's not a coincidence that I fucking fall asleep just whenever I'm talking about this shit, you know? So, be good or be good at it. Peace. 4:44 a.m.